Here's a healing move for shoulder pain, tension, stress, or even just a postural enhancement. A little more intense, move cautiously, be mindful, and never force anything. This is called wall clock. So maybe start with the shoulder that feels a little tighter or has less range of motion, or the shoulder that you're healing in. And we're just going to stretch that arm right up the side of the wall. So you're going to be sideways next to the wall. You're going to elongate your arm all the way up next to your ear. And it looks like Jake might be joining us for this wall clock. Fingers spread wide, like you have suction cups on each of your 5 fingerprints and the center of your palm. Now, you're going to imagine isometrically, like you're sliding the wall with this hand up and over. You're not actually going to move, but you're going to feel like you're sliding the wall. You're going to slide your armpit down. You're going to feel this opening somewhere around your chest, maybe the front of your shoulders, and you're taking long, slow, deep breaths. If we imagine a clock where our hand and arm is, imagine you start at 12 o'clock. So if I move back after about 30 seconds or more, move back about 1 hand width behind you. So for left-handers, you'd be at 11 o'clock. Right-handers, you'd be at your imaginary 1 o'clock. And again, you're stretching, you're spreading, you're trying to push the wall up and over, but your hand doesn't slide. You're sliding your armpit down. Be mindful of what's happening in and around your hips. You don't want to be overly arching your tailbone back. You also don't want to be dumping in and rounding your tailbone forward. Feel a nice engagement through your legs and core. Tailbone's kind of shooting back to where the heels meet behind you. Let's go another hand width back. Now, if you start to hold your breath or tighten, that's a sign for you to back off. Either take a break, go to an easier modification, and then come back to challenge yourself when you can take long, slow, deep breaths without any unnecessary clenching or tension. Let's go one more hand width back if it's accessible. Now you can keep the hand just up at 12 the whole time, or you could have moved from that 11, 10, 9 on the left, or 1, 2, 3 on the right arm. And we're breathing, mindful that we're not overly arching or rounding the low back. Equal pressure through both feet. Our feet are about hip or shoulder width apart. If you had a scale under each foot, you'd be dropping the same amount of body weight through each foot. So don't dump on the inner or outer foot.
And it's okay if you feel some tingling here. It's all right.
Yeah, if you do feel tingling, numbness, it may be a sign of either a nerve or a blood vessel or both being compressed, impinged. If you have a little more in you for 30 seconds, maybe roll that palm up to the ceiling, like your karate chop side of your hand is pressing into the wall. And only those of you who feel like you're taking long, slow, deep breaths, not clenching, maybe you walk your feet, your belly button, even your torso a little more toward the center of the room, breathing deeply, thinking kind thoughts to your body, to your shoulder, your elbow, your arm. And as you're ready, unwinding, refacing the wall, let that go. If you were to go look in a mirror, likely the hand, the arm you just stretched is going to feel a little longer than the other side. So go ahead, balance yourself out. But wall clock, phenomenal way to get more space, opening, and relief, even strength in and around your shoulder girdle.
Yeah, and particularly around that thoracic outlet. So really beneficial for any of those thoracic outlet pains of tingling and numbness down into the fingers or even up into your head.
Yeah, highly recommended wall clock.
Yes.